Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for WLBT Plus. My name is Kara Shirley, your digital news desk host, and it is Friday, August the 22nd. And thank you so much for joining me as we get ready for a beautiful weekend. We got some great weather ahead of us, not quite as hot as it has been. We are going to look at your forecast in just a little bit. If you're watching on our mobile app or through our website, thank you so much for tuning in there. And if you are watching on any of our social streams, Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, we appreciate you tuning in there as well. Don't forget, if you have any questions, comments, thoughts, suggestions, anything like that, or if you just want to say hey, you can always leave that in the comment section on our social page. So thank you, all of you, for tuning in on this Friday. Well, before we go into the news, or get into the news rather, let's look outside over downtown Jackson. And this is courtesy of our Guaranteed Roofing Sky Cam. You see the state capitol there. Beautiful blue skies. It really is a gorgeous day out there. Can't wait to get out and enjoy some of that sunshine, some of those temperatures that aren't quite as hot. Still warm, but not quite as hot. But it's going to be a great weekend ahead of us. Hey, Britt, I see you tuning in there on our Facebook page. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you always, always, always. All right, let's go ahead and get into the news, where we do have some sad news coming out of Pike County, where authorities there are trying to determine the cause of death for a 13-year-old little boy. So the coroner's office says that Trederick Hall died shortly after coming home from football practice yesterday afternoon. His body has been sent to the state medical examiner's office, and authorities are hoping to have more information on his cause of death later today. Now, the South Pike School District says counselors were available and will continue to be available for students and faculty. And this district released a statement saying, in part, during this incredibly difficult time, our thoughts are with the Hall's family, friends, and all who were touched by his bright spirit. And us at WLBT also would like to extend our condolences to his family and friends and loved one in this time, and especially his fellow classmates there in Pike County, the Pike County School District. But we will keep you updated on this as we get more information when we bring it to you. And Jackson Police Department are needing your help finding someone who is accused of shooting and killing a 53-year-old man. So the shooting happened on June the 18th in the 1000 block of Gentry Street. The shooter is described as a black man who was wearing all black clothing at the time. The victim, Troy Howard, died at a Jackson hospital. The motive for the shooting is still unclear, and police are asking if you have any information on this. Please contact Jackson Police Department or Crime Stoppers. And going to Pearl now, where a police pursuit in Pearl ended with a crash and a man's arrest in South Jackson. The Three on Your Side got this exclusive video of the driver being led away from the scene in handcuffs last night. So this was on the I-55 frontage road near Elton Road. Pearl Police Chief Nick McClendon says that his officers tried to stop the car in Pearl, but the driver kept on going and did not stop until he ran off of the highway and into a ditch in Jackson. So it's not clear yet why he was being pursued or even what charges he faced. Chief McClendon did say, thankfully, that no one was hurt in this incident. And a mother in Leland is still suffering from the pain of her teenage son's death. Kadarius Smith after he was allegedly run over and killed by a Cleveland police officer. And his mother is asking for something to be done regarding her son's death. So family, civil rights activists, the NAACP, and a state legislator gathered yesterday at the federal courthouse in Jackson demanding justice. In March of 2024, the 17-year-old was walking home with his friends when his mother said that he ran through a field not far from their home, and there were tire marks on his back. His family says the officer works as a school resource officer and should be terminated, and they also want the district attorney to file charges against the officer.
I hadn't even got the police report. I don't know what the police report says. The MBI in Jackson, Josh McBride, did the reconstruction report. They give me a hard time with the reconstruction report. I don't have that. What is it going to take?
A march and demonstration are being planned there in Leland. And going here to our social media channel, where we have Jacqueline Davis watching from Durant. Hello, Jacqueline. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Well, I hope you have a wonderful, blessed day as well. Shakia Hampton saying hello to everyone. Hello to you as well, Shakia. I thank you guys so much for watching with me today. Now, to come to a Three on Your Side exclusive, where internal documents that we've obtained suggest that there was a rash of possible overdoses inside the Hinds County Jail near Raymond last month. So this memo, obtained exclusively by Three on Your Side, alleges that medical staff inside the jail noticed as many as 9 detainees who displayed symptoms consistent with stimulant or opioid toxicity on July the 9th. 3 emergency medical calls were recorded, and this memo is from Major Anthony Simon, the jail administrator, and it claims that there were serious concerns about the jail's medical provider, Proficient Healthcare Staffing, LLC. Simon alleges that a nurse did not give Narcan to an unresponsive detainee named Clancy. And Hinds County interim coroner confirmed that Trayvon Clancy died at the facility that same day. Here is what Sheriff Tyree Jones says about the possible overdoses.
I don't have any knowledge of it, but however, I do have knowledge of, like I said earlier, that there were some issues with some possible drug overdoses or possible usage of illegal narcotics in the jail during a specific period of time. But I cannot confirm, and I think I would have known that we would have had 9 at one time.
The sheriff referred specific questions about the medical contract to Robert Graham, who is the president of the Board of Supervisors. But Graham said the board's attorney advised him not to talk about it because of federal litigation involving the jail. We will continue to follow this and bring you updates as we get them in, both on air and online. And here in Jackson, we've told you about some apartment complexes owing hundreds of thousands of dollars in back due water bills. In all, there are more than 80 delinquent properties here in the city of Jackson, 80 delinquent properties that own water bills to Jackson Water. So the water company says the only way to get the attention of landlords and make them pay is to turn off their water. Some of these properties have massive amounts due. Tracewood Apartments is one of them, and that complex there owes more than $90,000.
When you go 5 years without paying for water, you get a $700,000 bill. And we do everything we can prior to disconnections. I reach out, I do research, we call the offices, these property managers flip quickly. We can't catch up with them. So we don't want to turn people off, but we don't get a response until the water goes off.
I don't want to owe you money, and she don't want to have to call me to collect money until two people with common sense can realize the fact that, hey, the problem is not Carla. She's really trying to do her job. But does he really want to owe us $400,000 or $500,000? Does he really think that he could get away with stealing $500,000?
Of course, that was Tony Little, who is the owner of Blossom Apartments in Jackson. Starting September 1st, Jackson Water will post on its website the apartment complexes that are behind on its water bill. So if you are a tenant of an apartment complex in Jackson, pay attention to the Jackson Water website so that you can get the information and find out if your apartment building is on that delinquent list. And if it is, maybe you can speak to the managers and find out what is going on with it. Or you can reach out to us here at WLBT and let us know. And if it is something that we can do a story on, we certainly will. And the Mississippi State Department of Health has now declared the state's infant mortality rate a public health emergency. The Mississippi's 2024 data shows that the overall infant mortality rate has increased to nearly 10 deaths per 1,000 live births. Some of the leading causes of premature birth, low birth weight, and sudden infant death syndrome. Both doctors and advocacy groups say expanding access to prenatal care will help lower those numbers.
We also have to think about access to health care, that women have that access. They have transportation to get to the doctor, but also being able to, when they get there, to receive all of the services and not be, you don't have coverage for that. We can't do that for you today. It should definitely be where we have those coverages to ensure healthy babies and healthy moms.
Now, Thompson was happy to see the change in presumptive prenatal care during this past legislative session, but she believes that Medicaid expansion will make the biggest difference. And I'm coming here to our social page, right, our social stream right now. Shakia Hampton, it says she is praying for the family of the ones that lost their life. We have Angela from the Mike Magazine saying, hey, from the Mississippi Delta. Hello, Angela. How are you? And let's see. Melissa Price saying, hello, everyone, and happy Friday. Happy Friday to you as well, Melissa. And Janet saying hi, and Seashells Prosperity. Giving us a little wave emoji there. Hey, to all of you guys, thank you so much for watching. Now, the mayor of Canton, Mississippi, is hosting a community block party tonight. So the mayor, Tim Taylor Scott, and the city clerk say that it is happening on the historic Canton Square, and they're expecting hundreds of people to be there. They plan to highlight local businesses and the beginning of a new school year. The mayor says you can also enjoy food trucks, line dancing, that sounds fun, and also live music.
We just want everybody to come out, have a good time, shake some hands, get to know some people, and let's just celebrate what this city is about. The change that's coming, and the city of lights. And this is our way of putting brighter lights back into the city of lights.
So just a way of networking, having good, clean fun, and just showcasing what that we are one city, we are one family, and we are Exit 119 proud.
They say that the Canton Police Department will be out in full force to keep everyone safe. And the community block party, again, is happening tonight from 6 until 9. Before we look at your forecast and then some more news from our local area, let's hear from our sponsor over at Jackson Water.
Time for a neighborly tip from Jackson Water. Is it okay to pour fats, oils, and greases down the drain if I run hot water?
No!
What if I run the garbage disposal?
No!
How about if I use dish soap at the same time?
No!
Instead, hang on to a few containers to store and toss old cooking fat and grease once you're done. Jackson Water. Water for all the time.
And again, thank you to Jackson Water for sponsoring WLBT Plus, making it possible for us to bring you this show weekdays at 1 o'clock. Let's look at our current forecasts, our current temperatures rather outside. You can see that we are sitting in the upper 80s to low 90s across the area, much cooler temperatures than we have been experiencing. The feels like temperature right now is, well, it's 90 degrees in Jackson, and the feels like temperature is 96. That's still warm, it's still hot, it's still summertime, but it's nowhere near what we have been experiencing, like as far as last week, especially. So if we look at, or even earlier this week, to tell you the truth, so let's look at our radar. You can see we do have some rain down in Wilkinson and Emmett counties, but nothing else really. Well, a little in Jefferson Davis, but no widespread rain coverage in our viewing area. And our next 12 hours is looking about the same as it is 20% chance of rain as we get into 5 o'clock. Time for you to go home. That's normal, though. Afternoon, summertime showers going down to a 0 chance overnight. And then our next 7 days is we're looking at, look at those weather. Goodness gracious. Look at that temperature next week. We've got the high in the upper 80s, the low in the 60s. Let's go ahead and break out the pumpkin spice and the pumpkins, because that is like giving us a total taste of fall right there. And I'm here for it. I'm ready for it so much. I'm very excited about that nice, cool weather trend that we are expecting next week. However, I'm pretty sure that summer has not yet finished rearing its head for us, but we will take what we can get and enjoy it while we have it. So 3 on Your Side sat down with Attorney General Lynn Fitch yesterday to talk about some of the work that is being done by her office. So she says she has teams there that are working on things like tracking down scammers and robocalls. Please, I get at least 5 spam calls a day on my phone, and you can't block them because then they just spoof another number and call you again. But Fitch says that she also wants a legislator to help her office better prosecute gang leaders. She said investigators have found that young people affiliated with more than 200 gangs have been committing crimes across the state. Fitch wants enhanced penalties for the people who recruit those young members.
If we can get to the one that is creating this, and they shouldn't be getting the pass, we need to go after them harder. Because again, they started it and it's now individual. But the harsher penalties, the opportunity to say, look, if you do this, there are consequences. You will have ramifications. Hopefully that makes people pull away and say, I don't want to be caught up in this criminal activity. I think that will be really important.
The Attorney General says her office is also working on a program to speed up the adoption process and better support adoptive and foster parents, which again is another awesome thing. Mississippi has a shortage of foster parents, and is something that we definitely need. And then also the adoption process could be made a lot easier. So hope to see that really happen in our state. And coming back here to Jackson, a search committee has been formed to find the next president of the I Love Jackson State University. So Dr. Stephen Cunningham, who is a JSU graduate, currently serves as vice president of the IHL Board of Trustees and is leading the search. Other trustees will also serve on the committee, Dr. Marcus Thompson submitted his resignation as JSU president back in May. The Board of Trustees named Dr. Denise Jones Gregory as the interim president, and she has served as JSU's vice president of academic affairs. But we are on the search for a new president for Jackson State University. And of course, we'll continue to follow it and bring you the update of when the new president is named there. And a local swimmer has taken to the world stage as she is representing the U.S. overseas. So Rachel McAlpin is a 17-year-old swimmer from Madison who competes on the Mississippi Makos swim team. Now, right now, she is in Romania representing the United States in the World Aquatic Junior Championship. She won the 50-meter breaststroke, bringing home the gold for the U.S. It was not only her first international competition, but it was her first gold. So congratulations to her. Of course, McAlpin says that she would love to add the Olympics to her resume one day. Again, congratulations to her. And I hope to see her on the Olympics one day representing Mississippi and, of course, the USA. And over at St. Dominic's, a heartfelt celebration was held honoring those whose lives were saved through advanced cardiac care. The parents, families, and St. Dominic health staff were all on hand at the third annual recovery reunion held yesterday. They also celebrated those who got a second chance at life thanks to the innovative Impella heart pump technology. One patient who got his heart pumped last month says it is a blessing to still be alive and enjoy more time with his family.
And they put the impeller in me, and my heart rate was real, very, very low. And the impellers are what circulated the blood through my body. That's what gave me another chance, and grace of God, and the impeller gave me another chance to be in time with my children and my grandchildren again.
And care teams were also recognized at the event for their life-saving efforts. Well, guys, that is going to be it for WLBT Plus today. And if you haven't seen or heard, today is my last day with WLBT. I will be taking on a new role, which I will be able to announce shortly. I will no longer be working in broadcasting, but I will still be working with the media in some way, but I will be announcing that on my Facebook page. You can follow me there if you would like to. But to all of my family here at WLBT that I have worked with for the past year and a half, I just want to say thank you so much to them. They have made such a difference to me and here, especially coming here and not knowing anyone or from the Jackson area or having any friends. And I've been able to find a community here with my work family here. I'm so grateful for all of them. I mean, we've got Ebony and Morgan and Daryl and of course all of our reporters, CJ, Maggie, and Howard, of course. It has just too many to name. And then my guy Keith, you're gonna make me cry. That is my Keith, which when I first started working here, his name was Kevin to me for at least 2 weeks before I got it straight because I'm horrible like that. Keith has been a great friend to me here at WLBT. So if you are watching any of the programs on WLBT, know that you have a business full, a newsroom full of hard working journalists that are really here working just to bring you the news and bring you the truth as fair and balanced as we possibly can. There are good people working here, and I'm happy to have been among them, and I am sad to be leaving, but I'm also very excited about what my future holds. And then to you, the viewers who have allowed me to show you a new, a different way of how to take or to get your news. Would not be a normal, regular newscast that you would see on air, but something a little different. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for allowing me to come into your phones and your digital world every weekday. And I appreciate your support and you're tuning in because You've made it such a difference and an impact to me. So I'm not going to cry. I see all of your comments on social. Thank you guys so much for the support and the love that you have shown me while I've been here at WLBT. You'll be hearing from me more on my Facebook page, so go follow me there and make sure that you support local news and local journalists, especially the ones here at WLBT. Our first alert weather team will be here at 2:30 to give you an in-depth look at your forecast. And I will not be here on Monday, but CJ LeMaster will be here on Monday. So you still get somebody great bringing you WLBT Plus weekdays at 1 o'clock. I hope that you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Again, thank you so much for your support, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye.